So I've been through Carson City, Virginia City, and Reno now. The best way I can explain Carson City and Reno, the outskirts of Reno to a large extent, is like, it's like getting off an exit of the highway and like the first quarter mile after you get off is just covered with some strip malls and like some fast food restaurants, maybe Chipotle, a couple coffee shops, maybe gas station, that kind of thing. You know what to picture. It's like that, except for miles, and that's like in the city. At least that's what Carson City felt like to me. Reno, like the outskirts, felt like that, and then the middle of it was mostly casinos. I really don't have pictures because I just didn't even know what to photograph. I have one picture from Reno, but I kind of feel like it sums it up. At least the center of, it sums up what the center of Reno looks like. Virginia City was something else. Let me back up. So on the way from Carson City to Virginia City, I went through Silver City, which is another like Virginia City, a like silver mining town that was like a rip-roaring boom town in its heyday, and when the Comstock silver lode was discovered and tons of miners poured out to strike it rich, and now it's just decrepit. I mean, it felt post-apocalyptic, and I don't mean to sound like hyperbolic, but it was wild. I mean, just like houses that had caved in that were just sitting there, furniture inside, like that were just untouched. Moving on to Virginia City, which is just a few miles up the road, to its credit, it's found another way to strike it rich, or at least strike it not poor, after the mines were closed up, and that's with capitalizing on tourism and sort of the appeal of that whole like boomtown mining culture to tourists today. So it was a really heavily developed few blocks in like the main stretch downtown, and it was just covered with shops and general stores, and they had like a gunfight demonstration, and you kind of get the picture. So anyway, I walked around there real quickly. It reminded me like of Gatlinburg, Tennessee, which is very much like that. It's just like tourist central and like kind of low end. And in between all these three towns, Virginia City, Carson City, and Reno, was just a whole lot of desert. You just felt parched driving through it. It was kind of cool descending into Reno. You kind of came out of the hills and dropped into the town, and kind of had a nice view of it coming up. I should have pulled over on one of the pullovers and taken a picture of the town from up high in the mountains, but I missed that opportunity. We do have some drone footage though from like just a few miles outside of Carson City. That gives you kind of a sense of what the area looks like. So now I'm headed back into South Lake Tahoe, which is right near my buddy's house. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get to experience like the sort of scenic, Lake Tahoe itself and like the scenic aspects of it. But I kind of feel like you can get a pretty good view of it from the road. I mean, it is beautiful, but I've kind of learned to stop hiking for the sake of hiking on this trip. 'Cause, I mean, I think sometimes it actually like is genuinely like fun or like insightful, and like you see really cool things, and sometimes it's like, oh well, I just like hiked 10 miles through the woods that looked like every other woods that I've ever been in. Yeah, so anyway, I'm just gonna go back into town, and I feel like I kind of learn more going to the small towns anyway than I do sometimes actually like out in the forest or whatever. So that's just a long-winded way of saying that I'm gonna skip the hike I originally planned on doing to Black Peak, I think, and then yeah, I'm just gonna head back into town and maybe get dinner in there, and then call it a day after that.